All right, kiss my ass. Kiss his ass.
Hello and happy holidays. Thanks for tuning in for another just pointless YouTube video talking about movies. Maybe I should talk about the news. There was one video that I did do a little news briefing. No, I forgot to check to see how the analytics did. Anywho, happy holidays, happy Hanukkah, happy Kwanzaa, whatever the fuck you want to celebrate. Some good. Now, that quote that I do way too many times is from the movie that we will be talking about today, and that is National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Christmas Vacation follows Clark Griswold, who is determined to host the perfect Christmas, but everything that can go wrong does. From misbehaving in-laws and an uncooperative Christmas tree to a non-existent holiday bonus, Clark's patience and holiday spirit are tested at every turn. The film's slapstick humor and heartwarming ending have cemented its place in holiday movie history. This movie goes on rotation pretty much every single year. Actually, you know what? I'm going to change the movie on the side. Hold on. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation from 1989 is a beloved holiday comedy classic written by the wonderful John Hughes and directed by Jeremiah S. Cheshire. It's the third installment in the Vacation series and centers on the Griswold family's chaotic attempts to have a good old-fashioned family Christmas. Starring Chevy Chase, Beverly D'Angelo, Randy Quaid, and an ensemble cast, the film has become a seasonal staple. I cleaned that up pretty quick, and now we got a different movie going on in the background. This movie goes on rotation, like religiously. It has ever since I was a kid to this day. I'm seeing it on Sunday at the New Beverly in good old fat and grand old California, Los Angeles. Let's dive into this movie. You know, I ain't got that much time. John Hughes wrote the script based on his short story Christmas 59, published in National Lampoon magazine in December 1980. Hughes' knack for blending humor and heartfelt family moments shines through in the screenplay. I'm going to be doing a deep dive on John Hughes because I think that man, there was like one year he just like put out banger after banger. He did like Breakfast Club and like Weird Science and like back to back, but then in between that wrote like classics. I'm drawing a blank on what movies were in during that time, but like he wrote like so many other classics that were just handed off to other directors. Like dude would just like churn out a script in like a weekend, like I'm not even exaggerating, and it would be like Home Alone or some shit. It's pretty crazy. This was Jeremiah S. Cheshire's first feature film. Probably saying that last name wrong, but my last name Mayer, so simple. M-A-Y-E-R, so simple. My entire life. Jason Mayers. Where are you getting an S from? Jason Meyer. Where's the E come from? You know what? I don't kind of care if a name like that is befiddling me. Jeremiah's background in commercials gave the film a polished, visually striking look. John Hughes personally selected him, impressed by his work on commercials. Most of the movie was shot in Colorado and California. The Griswold house is located on the Warner Brothers ranch in Burbank, California. The same house was later used for other productions, including Lethal Weapon and WandaVision. That whole area, the Warner Brothers ranch, I used to live right next door to it. It is a damn shame. They tore that shit down. They tore down history. They got rid of it, and now it's just, I think there's sound stages being built, but mainly offices. It used to be so cool living around there because there would be some nights where someone's filming something and like all these lights are going off. It's just, you know, nerd shit. The stuff that like, you know, they're causing loud ruckus going on at like, you know, 10 o'clock at night, but I'm here for it because I love movies and magic of movies. If you haven't seen Christmas Vacation, I really don't know what the hell you're doing in life. It's hands down one of the funniest movies, just in general, not even a funny Christmas movie. This is something that needs to go on your rotation just every holiday season. But let's get into some trivia for the fun part of this show. The scene with the rogue squirrel in the living room almost didn't happen. The trained squirrel meant for the sequence passed away before filming, and an untrained squirrel had to be used. The unpredictability of the squirrel's behavior added to the chaotic hilarity of the scene. As I've said before, this is half-ass internet research, and I just don't know if that's 100% true, but like, you're ready for your close-up, Mr. DeVille, and then that squirrel comes and just dies. Like Clark's epic meltdown when he realizes his Christmas bonus as a Jelly of the Month Club membership was partially improvised by Chevy Chase. The scene required several takes due to the cast breaking character and laughing. The opening advent calendar seen throughout the movie was a handcrafted miniature set. It has become a subtle fan favorite for its intricate design and whimsical details. Having one of those like advent calendars for like Christmas, I would suppose, opening up like that door that's in the movie, like when it shows it in this movie, it opens it up and stuff. And I remember like a kid being a kid and there was like a calendar thing and you put Santa in each different thing. Like, dude, kids still have that nowadays. I don't see something like that. Or maybe that's a lie. I think I saw it at Hobby Lobby not too long ago. Do people still buy those things? I don't have kids. Probably never will. So when Clark is trapped in the attic and watches old home movies, Chevy Chase actually injured himself. The trap door hitting him on the head caused a minor concussion. But But Chase, known for his dedication to physical comedy, continued filming. The fried cat scene was controversial, with animal rights activists expressing concern. However, the filmmakers went to great lengths to ensure viewers knew it was a prop cat. Yeah, I mean, come on now. Do people really think that was like a real cat? The stupidity was even in existence in the 80s, I see. Mae Questel, who played Aunt Bethany, was the voice of iconic animated characters like Betty Boop. Christmas Vacation was her final film appearance before her death in 1998.
Grace, she passed away 30 years ago.
So there was an original director that was brought on to do this movie, and I mentioned him on my Jingle All the Way episode. So Chris Columbus, good old Chris, he was the original director for Christmas Vacation. And I think, once again, like, I mean, back then, Chris Columbus it was probably just Gremlins that came out. But it's like, this guy, you know, he wrote Gremlins, and then, you know, he was going to direct this movie. But then he went on to do, you know, the Harry Potter movies, and then he did Home Alone, produced Jingle All the Way. Does Chris Columbus really like Christmas movies, and good Christmas movies on top of that? Like I know we see a lot of, you know, we got Hot Frosty up on Netflix, and all the threesome of movies that's on Netflix currently of the holiday movies, and they're just not good. What happened to making good holiday movies? I started that movie Bad Santa, but no, not Bad Santa. Red Santa, the one with Jack Black. It was not bad. Where's like that feel in these movies? Like, where's the Christmas holiday cheer in these movies? Like, I just feel like it's not the same as it used to be, and I don't know what that is. I think I have an imagination of what that would be and why that is, but that's for a whole other conversation, I suppose. Even before cameras could roll, original director Chris Columbus came to the realization that he just could not work with the notoriously difficult Chevy Chase after meeting him. So even though he desperately needed the job at that point in his career, Columbus decided to quit the project. He was worried it would end his career, but then John Hughes brought him in to direct Home Alone in 1990, which became a massive hit a year later, earning over 6 times the amount of money National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation did, with a budget of almost $10 million less, which is kind of wild. There was like I saw a vote thing that happened not too long ago saying that Home Alone is the best Christmas movie to watch every year. And I think I agree with that. I think I would put that number in my top 3, but maybe this might be, I know it's really tough of like, what would be the number 1? Would it be Black Christmas? Would it be Christmas Vacation? Would it be Gremlins? Would it be Home Alone? I don't know. That's a preference that only you can decide on. Brian Doyle Murray appeared in 2 of the Vacation movies. In this one, he played Frank Shirley, Clark's boss. In the first one, he played the clerk at Camp Comfort, where the Griswold stopped to stay on their way to Wally World. Brian Murray is in a ton of movies, and if you didn't know, he is Bill Murray's brother. So there's a fun Wally World reference, and that is when Clark he's drinking. I'm pretty sure it's the moose, the Wally World moose, when he's drinking the eggnog. While not credited on screen, Hughes is said to appear as an extra in the department store scene where Clark flirts with the saleswoman.
Oh shit.
I will be going in and finding that. I think my dad and John Hughes had like the same haircut in like the 90s. That like mullet going, a little bit, you know, short in the front. But it was a confined mullet. It wasn't like an aggressive mullet. The movie grossed $71.3 million during its theatrical release, a huge success for a holiday film at the time. And I'm pretty sure that movie probably makes so much, like Chevy Chase probably just like sits in the back and just like counting racks. You know, is that what the cool kids say? Racks. Counting mad cash every season, every Christmas, every holiday season. This is one of those first movies that when I was younger, I was always watching. I was like, why are the kids different from the first one to this one? And I think even the second one, they're different. Like they're different in every single one. It's kind of like comedic. I don't know if it's like part of the gag, but in this one, you got Johnny Galecki. We all know him from that one big show that I can't think of. And you got Juliette Lewis, who's from Dusk Till Dawn. She's also a singer in a rock band. Was also married to professional skateboarder Steve Barra, if you wanted to know. But in the original, I mean, you had Anthony Michael Hall and you had Dana Barron. I don't know, they just kept getting switched out. And then in the Vegas Vacation, you had one of my favorites, Ethan Embry, as Rusty, and I don't know who played the daughter. Someone probably important than I should probably know, but I don't. There's so many quotable quotes. There's so many memorable quotes in this movie that are just always like constantly being said in my vocabulary, at least, and so many other people that I know's vocabulary.
I don't know, Margot.
Like it's like if a lot of that was improv, Chevy Chase is such a comedic genius. I mean, we already know that he is a comedic genius, but like it would just, you know, really solidify that he's a comedic genius. And then on top of that, I mean, if it wasn't improvised, then just John Hughes is just hands down like one of the funniest writers on the planet, which we have already established. Weird Science, Breakfast Club, Uncle Buck, one of my personal favorites. But once again, we will do a little deep dive on the marvelous John Hughes in the new year. So that's it. That's it for today. That's all I want to talk about. I just wanted to do a little quickie, discussing one of the funniest holiday movies. If you have not seen this movie, please go check it out. It is so good. Also, I don't know if you're still around here. What you should do. So I buy movies all the time. You know what I mean? I have so many digital codes. I got digital codes for Zodiac, Nightmare on Elm Street, 4:30 movie, Thanksgiving, Get Out, Us, Phantom Thread, Evil Dead 1 and 2, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, Shaun of the Dead, Pulp Fiction. I don't know what movie this is for. This could just, Die Hard. So I have so many of these. If you're still here and you're still watching, tag me, post a link to one of the videos, one of your favorite videos that I've done, tag me and I'll send you a free movie. Why don't you? Now I sound like a YouTuber. Catch you in the new year. See you next year. Remember that shit when people say that? You'd be like middle school, people like, he'll see you next year, Ted. It's like, oh, you idiot.